Welcome to Drift Science. Hi, I'm Mike Kojima with Drift Science. A lot of you are probably wondering about some of the science behind a drift car. Is drifting all that technical, and is there really science behind it? Well, I say there is. A drift car, especially a top pro drift car, actually can produce as much lateral Gs as many ultra-high performance cars and even some race cars. Drift cars can produce at least 1 G in drift, at least a professional drift car. And typically, we see about 1.2 to 1.5 lateral Gs. To put this in perspective, the Skyline R35 GTR probably pulls a little bit more than 1 G typically. So a drift car is actually quite a sophisticated machine. When you look at Dai's car, a lot of it is very similar to a factory 240SX. The engine on this car is a Chevy LS7. A lot of drift fans don't like the V8s, but the V8 is an ideal engine for drifting. It has like a wide, easy to drive power band, and it actually is pretty light and pretty simple. It's the same engine that's found in the 5th and 6th generation of Z06 Corvette. We've replaced the stock arms and stuff with these tubular ones with spherical bearings. Now we've wanted to eliminate the rubber because that causes the suspension to move around under load from the tires, and that causes a lot of imprecision and twitchiness. We use an adjustable rear sway bar. We use off-the-shelf bars made by the Progress Group. The adjustable sway bars enable us to quickly adjust the balance of the car without having to change the springs and realign everything. One of the main things that helps us get the car to do what we want to do is our coilover system that's made by KW. This is their motorsports version of their coilover suspension. Now the KW coilovers are really sophisticated. You can adjust the damping in 3 ways. You can adjust the high speed and low speed compression damping and the rebound damping all independently. And this is really critical because this adjustment allows us to have really good control of how the car behaves in each quadrant of a turn. Having this great amount of adjustability really helps us tailor the car to the conditions. To collect the data for Drift Science, we used a Trackmade data logger. The Trackmade uses a GPS signal to collect velocity data, and it also has its own internal accelerometers to measure G-force, both from position and velocity and from its own internal sensors. So let's check out this run. The track is angled and the asphalt's pretty slippery here, so his acceleration may not be as good as typical. Coming off the line, Dai's pulling about 1 G of acceleration going into the first turn. He flicks to initiate, sets the car up in the drift. The car is doing about 1.5 lateral Gs at this time. Coming into the flat part of the course, he's dwelling between 1 and 1.5 Gs. Through the low part of the course, in the flat part, he's still pulling well over 1 lateral G. Now this is race car territory, and he's completely sideways on Falcon 615K street tires.
Hey, it's Dai. I'll walk you through a tandem run. First gear, second gear, third gear, and flick it, and try to go close to Tyler, but at the same time try to go close to the wall. And flick again, hit the gripping point, and another transition, and try to go wide and still try to follow his line, and hit the gripping point number 2, and transitioning to left, and try to hit another gripping zone, out zone, and that's about it.
I'm Mike Kojima from Moto IQ, and thank you for watching this edition of Drift Science. Will you guys quit? It's hard enough to do this, and then I'm Mike Kojima, and you're not. This is my serious face. Hi, I'm Mike Kojima with Drift Science, and today we're going to talk about Yoshihara's his girl pants. Have you ever wondered how many lateral it has a billet stroker crank. Well, actually, it's a stock billet crank. No, it's not a stock billet crank.
I'll walk you through a tandem.
Please don't film this.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, this is like all misspelled.
This is too bad.
And then he's drinking beer.
I know this is bad. I can't even do this.